Hi, my name is James Hartley with Nevada Shooters. I'm out here today with my good friend Ryan. We're going to demonstrate some simple techniques to begin night shooting. We start basic techniques during the daytime and then we roll into nighttime as the sun goes down, and he can see how the targets differentiate and appear to be further away in dim light and so forth, and how we have to adjust. So we're just going to go ahead and train Ryan and enjoy the show. First thing we're going to do is inspect Ryan for safety and equipment. So Ryan, raise your hands here. We're going to have you do the 360. You notice that he's got his belt, good Kydex rig. Been around for the camera, Ryan. He's got his alternative magazines, also in a Kydex rig, magazine facing forward. So he looks pretty good there. He has his knee pads, he's wearing the long pants, and good running shoes. And when you come out to shoot, these are essential items to have. And then he also has his high-speed, high-tech, what is that?
Florida State.
Who is it?
Florida State.
Florida State, well, okay. All right, well, Florida State. Baseball cap on. And somewhere, Ryan, I think you have a set of shooting glasses, don't you? So grab your shooting glasses and your eye and ear protection. Also very important gear to have. So go ahead and put that on. Uh-oh, you have to run off the range. I see Ryan is back now with his eye and ear protection, so he should be fairly complete and safe. We need to have good armorized protection and good hearing protection when we're out shooting at all times. So what we're going to demonstrate right now is a technique that we get shooters to shoot night shooting, and it's all feel, and we'll just run you through it. So enjoy the show. Okay, Ryan, face your target. Once you get your feet in the good shooting position, the good shooting position is exactly right, 60-40. Your front leg, shooting leg. If I'm shooting with the right hand, I'll be moving the left leg slightly forward. There should be 6 inches in front. And Ryan's going to put his weight, 60% on the front leg, 40% on the back. Okay, and it's in a good shooting position. We're going to use the isosceles shooting position here. So we'll have Ryan demonstrate that. Also, we're going to have him do a 3 count and a 5 count draw. So Ryan, when you are ready, he's done this before, so he's run you through it. We're going to do it by count. So, blade off position, blade off position. You never want to signal to your opponent that you're getting ready to attack or draw, so get in a nice comfortable position. He's going to get himself in a nice natural point of aim on the target. So he can adjust his body so he's bladed off, so he knows where the gun comes up. It's going to come up in the center of the target with ease. He's going to do a by count draw for you. Most people do 5 counts. We'll demonstrate that first. I do a 3 count. So you'll see the difference when we do the 3 count as opposed to the 5 count. Okay. You don't know the 5 count? Okay. Alright. I'll demonstrate the 5 count. We're in the 5 count. 1. Grip the gun. 2. Clear the gun. 3. Rotate. 4. Slap. 5. Press and get your sight picture and squeeze off the shot. That would be the 5 shot, 5 position draw. So then you would down and scan right and left, then check your 6, then back to the retention, and then holster up. That's 5 count. Okay? Go ahead and give that a try. 1, get a grip on the gun, and then we use the 4-man body armor across the chest. 2, clear all the way up. 3, we're going to rotate. Even up. Even with the top of the chest. 4, we slap. Bringing the hands together. 5, we press. And establish the sight picture. You don't want to have too much of our rear end sticking out. And just 60-40. You have a comfortable position here with a slight lean. 60%, 40%. Eyes focusing down the arm. Lock, lock, lock. Sight picture. And then we would do the press if we were going to make the shot. To return, we go down to the 45. Scan right and left. Then we check our 6. Go forward and then back to retention. 4-man body armor. Always go in slow. Come out fast, go in slow. The 3 count eliminates 2 steps designed to get the gun out. With the same motions Only it's not quite as jerky because we're going to rotate in 1 count. Remember how to do that one, Ryan? Okay. Again, we blade off, we check our feet, check our position. We want to get our natural point of aim on the target, which we'll explain in a little bit. Okay, 1 on the count. 2. Level the gun, even with the check. Very good. Good 4-man body armor. 3. Very good. Not too much of a crouch. Just press and slightly lean. Lock the shoulders. Lock the elbows. Sight down the arm. Establish the sight picture. And then we would do the press. Okay, down the scan, right and left. Sector 6. Elbows down, elbows down. Sector 6. Good. And back to retention, 4-man body armor, and holster up. Okay, so that's basically the draw. Again, we'll do it 1 count, all 1 motion. Move your left leg slightly forward, touch my toe. There you go. Feet straight. The reason we're using the feet straight is that we want to be able to move back, forth, right, and left. So we prefer the isosceles position to do that, the feet squared off so that you can move. The Weaver position is fine, and we'll use that in a different demo for different types of shooting, like around barricades, we use the Weaver position. But for movement, right and left, we're going to use the isosceles. Okay, we blade off, all 1 motion, on the draw, then you're going to do the down and scan, and check your 6, and holster up, all in 1 motion, okay? Goes out fast, comes in slow. Engage. Slow down, there we go. Elbows down. Okay. Back to retention and holster up. Okay. Remember on the retention, come back to retention here, 4-man body armor, even up with the chest, lock and down. Okay? Also on your check your 6, elbows down and just enough to look over your shoulders, so that we can fight for the gun if we get attacked from behind. Okay? Right. So that's the basics on the draw, basics on the down and scan. Whenever you're in a shooting or shoot some shots, you'll always want to make sure that you look for other opponents and also check behind you in case you have additional opponents that come upon you. Okay? All right. Any questions? No. Okay. Now we're going to do the exercise that we do. This exercise gets you ready for night shooting. Primarily, we want you to make sure all aiming is done by the natural point of aim of the body position and the feel of the body. When the sun goes down, if you don't have lights or night sights, you're going to have to pick up your target essentially by shadows and being able to hit it by knowing exactly where the round is going to go through accurate directed fire by body position only. So the way we do that drill, if we're going to have Ryan draw, come up, engage the target, get a sight picture, and then we're going to have him close his eyes and burn that feeling. Once he gets it correct, right and left adjust by his feet and up and down by touch point with the chin and the feel of the body. Then he gets the sight picture, closes his eyes, relax, open, minor correction, close his eyes, press through the follow through till the gun shot is shot, which in our case will be dry firing for now. Then peek to make sure he maintained he was on target, burn in the field, come back to retention and holster up. This has to be done many, many times. And the idea is to be able to do the draw and establish the sight picture blindfolded, so the body does all the work. Okay, then no matter if it's dim light, if you're shooting into the sun, you can't see your sights because the sun is blinding you or it's pitch dark, but you can make out the outline of your opponent, you're going to get your hits. Okay? So, we want to make sure that we have the natural point of aim that's right and left. So when we come up, we establish the shooting position. So go ahead, Ryan, and do the draw on the target. Engage. Now, what Ryan is doing here is he's establishing a sight picture on the target. Now he's going to close his eyes and relax slightly. Just relax. Take a couple of breaths. And then he's going to peek at a sight picture and see where it is. Where's the sight picture, Ryan? Okay, it's on the tape, so it's dead on. If you had been right of the target or left of the target, you would move your whole body slightly from your waist and your feet. Move the whole body into the position until you get the side alignment in the center of the target. Then you would come up or down on your touch points, so where you're touching your chin and the pressure for what you're touching. So he's got a touch, got his touch points, got his locks, just like before. Got the sight picture. Now he's going to close his eyes, take the press on the trigger. Nothing should move. The perfect side alignment, nothing moved there. Okay, go ahead and rack your slide. Come back to retention. Feel that? Yeah, we want it level, okay? And holster up. Okay, we're going to do that exercise a couple of times. And we're going to have Ryan they're going to have him do all the steps on his own 3 times, and then we make it around to getting a shot off. We'll see how it goes. Go ahead, Ryan. Take your time. The side alignment. Got it closed. Now see his press. Very good. Nothing moved. Very good. Back to retention. And holster up. Very good. Again, one more time. Engage. Nice. Much better. Good. Much better. Okay. Nothing moved on that. Rack the slide. Come back to retention. Better. And holster up. Okay. Now what we're going to do that exercise live. I have the magazine. But before we do that, I want you to do one more time with your eyes completely shut. So he's going to come up through the draw, come up, do the press, and then the peek to see if he was on target. Engage. Okay, a little less on the squat. You don't need to squat so much. Just back to what you're doing right now in this standing position is all I want. Okay. It's 60-40. Okay? It's a slight leans. All right. Now we're going to try it one more time, and then we'll load him up. See how he does. Engage. Don't push back with the hips. Just stand straight up and down. Good. Also remember that you can use your finger along the frame as your aim point, as if you're pointing at the target, to help get right and left. Okay. Go ahead and cock it. Back to retention and press. Now I'm going to take control of the firearm for Ryan. I'm going to load the firearm for Ryan and put it in his rig. We'll let him take one practice round where he'll be able to come up, get a peek, then close his eyes and take the press, and then we'll do another one where he's going to do it live, okay? I now have control. Okay, Ryan, you're hot. Eyes and ears on, please. One practice round. Engage. Okay. Now I want you to go ahead this next time and do the down and scan and then check your 6. Okay, for completeness. Very good. Okay. We'll try one more time. Totally blind. Engage. All by feel. Take your time. Get the press. Okay. Take a peek. Make minor corrections. Down and scan. Right and left. Check your 6 with the elbow down. There you go. 1 and 2. Back to retention and holster up. Okay. Notice that's in the A zone. Right and left is correct. Dead center. Slightly low. It's a very good shot. In pitch darkness, it would have been a fatal hit. Very good. Let's try it one more time. Take your time. Get it right. Every motion distinct, engage. Very good. Very good. It's better than I could do. Check your 6, elbow down. Good. All right, make sure when you come back to retention, not pointing the gun up to the moon. It's got to be level into the target, okay? So you see that works? Let's see, I'll point out the hole. We got one hole here with the practice, then slightly low, and then with the right corrections, dead center on, okay? So this range, it's on your eyes or pitch dark, don't matter. If you got the feel and you know your natural point of aim, you're going to go dead center, okay? Very good. Cut. Today Ryan and I are going to demonstrate 3 different sight pictures. Now a lot of schools teach one sight picture. That's their traditional sight picture that every target shooter known to man uses. However, there are 3 combat sight pictures I use, and the 4th, I also shoot from retention. And so we're going to demonstrate all 4 of those techniques in the 3 sight pictures that I teach. I will teach Ryan how to do those, okay? First sight picture that we're going to use is essentially going to be what I call peripheral sight picture. Allows me to keep my eye on my opponent and come up and look over the top of the gun, putting my hands into the center of the chest. So once I have what we learned earlier, once I know about my body position, my natural point of aim, and my feel, I can just come up, get that feel, look right over the top of my hands and into the target area, maintain the hands in the center of the chest, and press off my shots while I'm looking at my opponent. This is very fast, and this is the target sight picture you'll use if you have somebody that's engaging on top of you immediately and you do not have time to pick up the perfect sight picture. So it can be done when somebody's engaging you, or when you have multiple man attacks and people are coming in at very close range. This is a sight picture that can be used very quickly and very effectively. So Ryan, what we're going to do is we're going to use the same drawing technique that we did before. We're going to come up to do the 3-step draw. Only now when you come in to engage the target, you're going to get your natural point of aim and your touch points like we did before. Look right over the gun and hold the hands in the center of the target and press off 2 shots. Okay? The 2 shots, I want to be half fired. I want them fired in 1, 2. About 1, 2. That's the tempo. So we developed a tempo before we developed the speed. Once you have a tempo and you get the rhythm, then you can start shooting a little faster and maintain accuracy, and that's what we want with this position. Just because we're coming up and shooting quickly doesn't mean we're shooting wildly. We still have the press of the trigger, the follow through, all of that's still there. Okay? Right, Ryan? Are you prepared? Eyes and ears on. Eyes and ears on the range. Okay. On the command of engage, I want you to engage, then down and scan and check your 6, and back to retention and holster up. Shooter ready. Stand by. Engage. Check your 6. Elbow down. Very good. Very good. Up, up. Okay, all that should be done by body position, knowing where the body is. Come back to retention. Then you can drop the hand down and holster up without looking. Okay? All right, try again. This time I want Ryan to speed it up a little bit, but I want it, the trigger work is press, press. Not flap, flap. Press, press. Okay, look at your target, get your mind into the game, and engage. Down and scan, check your 6, and holster up. Okay, you're still putting your muzzle way up here. I want the muzzle flat. Okay, very good. Okay, let's take a look at the target. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't get any harder than that. Okay, we knew the natural point of aim and we did the press. Press, press, press. 1, 2, 3, 4. All fatal hits. Okay? The next sight picture we're going to use is front sight only. On front sight only, we get a little bit more refinement. So what we're going to do, instead of using the notch and the front blade, we're going to paste the front blade right on top of what we want to shoot. When we paste that front blade on there, the point of impact will be right in the middle of the blade. So you can think of it like sticking your thumb right on the target, and that middle joint, that's where the bullet's going to be. Okay? So when you come up, you ignore the front post. You ignore the rear sight.
Yes, sir.
You post the front post in the center of the target, and you do press.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And this one I use a little further back. So we're going to take a couple steps back. And we're going to have Ryan practice this before he shoots it.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So, then I want you to hold the gun up and let me inspect everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And we'll work through it. Okay. Engage the target. Good. Now, you just see the front blade over the rear sight. So you want to think in terms of pasting the base of the front sight onto the top of the back sight.
Yes, sir.
So now you should only see the front sight.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Okay. Paste that right in the center of the target. Now that's easier to see than trying to line up the back sight and the front sight, right?
Yes, sir.
Right in there, we have a natural point of aim working for us again. The same feel that we did blindfolded, we use here to make sure everything is diddied up. Okay, go back to retention and holster up. Okay, so we're going to run it live and see how he does. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, shooter ready.
Yes, sir.
Engage. Okay, back to retention and holster up. A little bit too quick.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I pulled back. Right.
Yeah, you notice you shanked it?
Yeah.
Okay. Trigger control. So just because we're coming up and shooting quickly doesn't mean we yank. We still need to see that front post where it is before we put pressure on the trigger.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right, let's try it again. Engage. Nice. Much nicer. Down again. Check your 6. Elbow down. Level. Thank you. And holster up. All right. One more run. Stand by. Every motion correct. Check your feet. Check your stance. Check your natural point of aim. And engage. Much better. Now, what was different on that one than the other one?
Took my time.
Okay, so slow down a little bit to get the rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2. When you shoot too fast, you go too wide, you're off your rhythm.
Yes, sir.
But even if, you still got 2 very solid hits.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Slow it back down, get the rhythm, and then it's press, press. Never shoot any faster than you can see that front post in the center of the target.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So that's recovery. If you come back down and you don't see the sights where they're supposed to be, they're not going to go where you think it's going to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So we're going to try this one more time. Okay? What I want you to do now is do a dry run and then check your natural point of aim like we did earlier. Okay? With closing the eyes and relaxing. Check all that. And then open, only this time I want you to cock the gun slightly up where you see only the front sight on the target.
Yes,
Okay? Okay. Take your time, engage. Nicely done. Get that feel, very good. And back to retention. Nice and good. And holster up. Much better, much better. Okay, shooter ready.
Yes, sir.
Engage. And again, and holster up. Oh, go ahead, check your 6. Complete all the motion, very good. Okay, now when you come back, 1, 2, elbows down, just enough to check your 6. Okay, step a little bit to your left. Back here.
Okay.
See how my gun is level?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Got my poor man's body armor. Now the safety comes on. Voila. Okay. Okay. Now what I'm going to force you to do here, I want headshots. I want them there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you do this right, get back, you have the range. You got your natural point of aim. And this is going to be press. That's all I want. Okay. Just use the front post. Paste the front post on the center of the eye socket there, the ocular box, and press. Okay. All right. Check your feet. Not too wide. You got to be able to move forwards and backs. Okay, looking good. Shooter ready. Engage. Okay, you're making the trigger. Okay. I want smooth work on that trigger. Okay. Now I want you to go back, post the front paste the front side onto the center of the head again.
Yes, sir.
I want you to come down and touch the trigger. Now I want you to press the trigger. Okay. And again. That's what I want. Okay. I don't want you to go wee with the finger. Okay. Try it again. Front post, center of the head, and press. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Try it again. Good. That's the body position I want. Press. 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 That's what I want. You're very good.
Okay.
Okay? Back retention. Great. And host her up. Look down again. I'm going to cut your knees off. Okay. You need to get the body position correctly and host her up so you can keep your eyes downrange.
Yes, sir.
The minute you go like that, everything moves.
Yes, sir.
Where'd everybody go?
Okay.
It's probably behind cover to shoot at you. Okay? All right, let's take a look. Still, everything is in the solid zone. But when you settle down, they got the press and stop the cranking on the trigger. Okay? Very good. So you still need to use a natural point of aim, proper foot position, and the feel and the press. And it's always the press. Never manipulate the trigger when you don't see the sights. Okay? And don't start slapping. It's got to have that feel. The reason that we do the eyes closed is that you can only feel the trigger. So now you learn to take up on the trigger, okay? You learn how to manipulate the trigger. If your eyes are open, you got all these other perceptual inputs, you sometimes forget about the trigger. So we're training the trigger finger now, okay, when we do this. Okay, very good. We got one more to go. That's the standard sight picture. So let's see how that works out. Okay, go ahead and pick up your magazine, do a little reloading, and we'll cut for a commercial. The sun.
Okay.
The next string and fire we're going to do is with the traditional sight picture. So this is also known as equal height, equal light. So if you fired a perfect sight picture in your life, or you've seen one, this is the one we're going to use now. I use this particular sight picture, and a lot of other schools only teach this sight picture, but this one is used when you have a little more time to shoot and accuracy is necessary. And usually it's dependent upon range. So here we have stepped off about 7 yards. I teach my students to begin to use this sight picture at this range. Okay, so at this range, every shot and beyond, so we're starting at 7 and we want to go back further, we're going to be using the traditional sight picture, okay? But we're going to do essentially the same thing we did before with the foot position, the body position, the natural point of aim, and the touch points to help us refine our sight picture so we can pick it up a little quicker, okay? So we're going to essentially fire into the black zone on the target. And this is the black zone I use on my target. It's essentially what I call the one-shot stop area. Starts from the ocular box, goes down, essentially to the center of the chest. That's the bullseye, okay? So that is essentially the fatal funnel for what we're going to be doing on our exercises from now on. We'll be shooting at targets similar to this. So I expect my students to shoot inside that black square in a combat situation, no matter which sight picture they use, from 1, 3, 7, whatever yardage it is, acquiring the appropriate sight picture. Okay? So, the only other area on that target that we may not want to go at is the teeth, which is slightly below the ocular box. Okay? Hitting bone, essentially, it's been known that some of the lighter bullets have not penetrated the mouth. Okay? However, if you're in that zone, I'm sure the effects will be pretty good. Okay. All right. So essentially, we're going to do everything we did before. Now, the pace on this one is just going to be 1001, 1002. Two well-aimed shots with the press on the trigger and the follow-through. Okay. The follow-through, if I haven't mentioned it, is the reacquisition of the sight picture on the target. So that's the alignment and the placement of the sight before you start the second shot. Okay. You must have the sight alignment and the sight picture before you press the second shot. Okay. If you speed that up, pretty soon it's going to become automatic when you shoot enough, so that where that's going to be subconscious. With the body positioning, everything we're doing, eventually it will become a subconscious skill. But right now, concentrate. Okay? All right, is the shooter ready? Eyes and ears. Range is hot. Okay, shooter. You're going to engage and then down the scan, and then holster up. Engage. Reload. Roll it, rack it, and engage. Very good. Down and scan. And back to retention. Level and cock down. Good. So you'll see essentially there that we had to have a reload. The reload was done fairly well. Bring the gun up so you're looking at the target. Drop the magazine. Slap, roll, rack, and engage. Okay? All right. Concentrate on your target. Give me two well-placed shots. Engage. Use the sight picture. Press and press. Down again. Check your 6. Back to retention. Very good. And holster up. Very good. See how easy that is? Once you're back here, it just rolls right in. Okay, one more time. Put them right in the same hole. Engage. Nicely done. And down and stand. And check your 6. And holster up. Okay, let's take a look. Just like Mama used to make. Very good. Outstanding, Ryan. Place your magazine. We have one more to do. The next exercise, are we cut? Still rolling? Okay. Next exercise is going to be firing from retention. Okay. So we said we had 3 sight pictures, and I threw in a 4th, which would be no sight picture at all. Okay. And this one is being used if you're within close range of your opponent and he comes in to grab or attack. You're not going to have time to get up and get any of the sight pictures I'm talking about. Okay, it's going to have to essentially push off and engage from retention. So the reason we use retention is to get that control, so we can fight for the gun, fight our opponent off, and put accurate shots on target at close range. Okay, so we're going to have Ryan step up to the 1 yard line, and we're going to explain a few things. When we're shooting from retention, okay, it's like throwing a punch. The muzzle of the gun is like your fist. You aim the shot as though you're going to punch somebody in the chest. So that's going to give you your right and left. Let the brain do the work. Remember how you used to fight when you were a kid? Okay. The altitude is controlled by the elbow. So the elbow down, gun up. Elbow up, gun down. Okay? So if we notice that we're shooting low, we roll the elbow down. Okay? If we're shooting too much to the right or left, we move the body. Body controls right and left. Elbow controls up and down. Okay? You want to get your weight solid, 60-40, so that if you had to, you can actually engage with your own martial arts techniques or whatever, using the gun as a club. Okay? So step up. We're just going to have him go through the motions a couple times and make some corrections on the position to make sure everything's okay. Get within hand distance here. That's good. Okay. I want you to come up to retention. Engage to retention. Okay. Now what I'm doing is checking his body position to see how his sights are in relation to the target so I can get him in the right position so that he can close his eyes and get the feel and know where the shot's going to go off. Okay? So as I check, that looks good. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes, put your finger on the trigger and do the press. Okay. Go slightly to the left. Okay. Then you want to go slightly to the right. And up. Not that high. Right there. Now, bring that into your brain. Get the feel for it. Finger on the trigger. And press. Okay? Very good. That's what I want. Okay, then you can do our down and scan again. Close range, very good. Keep the gun close to close range. And go back to retention. And holster up. Very good. Okay, nice. Everything's still in there. It's slightly a half inch off to the left. Wow. Good accuracy. Okay. Now I want you to come up and shoot 2. Okay. On the 2, it's press. Keep the same body position that you had before. Come up and press. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. All right. Ready and engage. Okay, one low, one high. Good. Holster up. And try again. Correct yourself on that first shot. Okay, and engage. Up. Roll it. Rack it. Very good. And holster up. Okay. You can do it if you got to get in a hurry. Okay. And kept your head. Now I had to do the reload, but I want the reload a little bit more precise. Up. Roll it so you can fight for the gun and then engage. When you did that right, you're both all in there, okay? So it's starting to get him plumbed up. How about you? Okay. The objective of this exercise here is we have all the basics of the draw, we have our body position, we know the 3 count, we know how to blade off, we know how to determine if our natural point of aim needs to be adjusted right or left by the feet or up and down by the arm. We practice it early on with our essentially being blindfolded. For this exercise we keep our eyes open. What we're going to try to do is blade off, come on up and establish a natural point of aim. So let him do that, and then when he says he's ready to go, the purpose of the exercise is to do everything smoothly. The grip of the gun, coming up, the roll, the press, and then the shot. We want the shot to go off immediately after the extension of the arms. You should be on target when the arms lock out. Okay? Problem areas that people have here is pushing the gun out. You don't throw the gun, you press the gun out.
Okay.
Up, roll, press out, and then press the trigger and the plate should drop. Okay? So I'm going to let you prepare yourself on a natural point of aim like we did earlier, all on your own. Dry fire it a couple times, and when you're ready, put your eyes and ears on, load a magazine, and then holster up and nod. Okay? Notice the light is getting darker. We do all the things. So close your eyes, relax, make sure that you have your right and left and your up and down while your touch points. Roll it. Nice. Can you rack it? Good. When your holster up, now I want the shot to go off immediately out after the press. Right when you get the sights on it, press the trigger. Okay, watch the extension. That's better right there. Okay, try it again. Engage. Roll it. Good. Engage. Roll it. Yep, that's what you want right there. Okay?
See if I can get that quicker.
Engage. Okay, slapping the trigger or pressing it?
I was going to say I don't like
Okay, go ahead and do your down and scan. Whenever you dry fire, the sight picture should be on the target. And then when you dry fire, you should notice that the sights are on the target all the way through the shot, the click, and then follow through. 1, 2, down scan. That's 6. Retention and holster up. Okay? We're going to have you go ahead now and load and make ready. Roll it or rack it. Ears and eyes. Get aggressive. That target down there is no longer a target. It's a hostile that's intent upon killing you. You must get the shot off. Okay? You're going to do it by the natural point of aim and the press. Okay? Shooter ready. Engage. Take the follow-up shot. There you go. Down and scan. And holster up. Where'd the first shot go? Where?
To the left.
Okay, so you know they made you yanked it off a little bit to the left. You're going to make your correction on the next run, right? Okay, let's go down and set up. Okay, think it through. Be smooth on the press. Engage. Oh man. Okay, holster up. Oh, what the hell was that?
My flinched like a dumb shit. I slapped the shit out of the trigger and I fucking overdid it.
Let's try again.
Yeah.
Okay. The whole idea is to be smooth through the shot, but that doesn't mean yanking the trigger. It means being on the target.
Yeah.
When you're on the target, then you do the press.
Okay.
But we're just doing it smooth.
Okay.
We're not wasting any time now. Okay? All body position. Engage. There you go. Down again. Check your 6. And the holster up. Now what did you do differently that time than before?
Took my time.
Okay. Now you don't have to take all that time.
Okay.
You just need to be up and I'm on it. Okay. No wasted motion. Once I'm on it, I press.
Okay.
But I press. Very good. Okay. Yeah, that's a tough drill. And I want you to get it so it's just up, in, and press. Okay. Now you know the little green is up above the white. So go ahead and put the sight picture right on the separation between the green and the white. And you'll get a good hit.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, dry fire it. Do every motion correct. Be smooth. Shot goes off. And once you lock, you're on F. This is a 35-yard shot, by the way, on a small pepper. Not bad for the first time. Engage. Smooth on the trigger, right? Press. Looks pretty good. Okay, rack the slide. Down and scan. I'm having him down and scan to develop habit and make sure that he does scan and does check his 6 after each engagement. Engage. Okay, see how you went whack crack? Okay. What you gotta do, when you release the trigger, you do not go like that. You do not let the trigger fly off, the finger fly off the trigger.
Okay.
Okay, when you release trigger press, Just a little decock, just enough to get the cock and then the press, okay? You don't want to come off of the trigger because the second shot will be a slap, okay? So make sure you have engagement with your trigger finger on the trigger at all times. You know, until you're done shooting, of course, and then finger along the frame, down and scan, check your 6, and then holster up, okay? Engage. Nice. 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 Nice position here, nice position there. Now I want you to pick it up as soon as you get that position in, pick up the press, okay? Go ahead and rack the slide. Check your 6. And holster up. Good. Engage. Nice. Okay, see how you came off?
Yeah.
Don't come off.
Okay.
You're gonna just enough to get the cock so you have the follow-on shot, okay? Without the slap. Nicely done, nicely done. Straight. And down. Aim at like a punch now. Engage. Nice. Okay? Nice. Alright, down again. Pick your 6 and holster up. And now you are clear to load and make ready. One man's body armor, intention, and holster up. Eyes and ears on, going hot. Engage. Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about. Down and scan. And holster up.